Hey, hello stream, how is it going? I'm gonna move my microphone close to me because I forgot to move it as I turned my volume up. Hello, and welcome back to Gundam. This totally wasn't very last minute on my end because I forgot to put the tournament page up for all week because I was busy with work. Well, hey, we are here and we have a decent amount. We have like 10 people playing today. It's gonna be so good. Oh, I hope everyone's had a wonderful week. Because mine has been pretty good. I was a new type yesterday, didn't win anything because I went X1, but I bricked hard round 1. And when that happens, you don't get top 4 at all. But yeah, I am very much looking forward to this. I always look forward to Gundam. Starting off, we do have a Danny Aluzzi versus Nova 2. Nova 2, and I can easily say I am a professional by remembering to put this on and then transitioning over because they're both set up. Yay! I'm a professional streamer. I know everything I'm doing. Oh. But honestly, Danny, always full of surprises, could be playing anything. Nova, I can't remember what decks they play. Oh. Yeah, we always look forward to Gundam. Or at least I do. Just because tournaments are fun, hanging out is fun, the game is fun. And who doesn't love games? Oh. Yeah, both players just getting shuffled up. Yeah, we got double digits Gundam for the first time in a while. I've had a couple of smaller ones, just because, you know, people have been fairly busy. Oh, but it's all good, because we've got more numbers today. There you go, Danny deciding on the hand. Deciding for the mulligan. Oh, but also we do have the ban list coming soon, and tell you what, I am really interested in what they're going to do. I have what I think they'll do, I have what I want them to do, what I think will be good for the game. Because, like, I'm a competitive player. I know what's really good right now is the blue-purple. Not because it's unbeatable, because it's consistent. And also, you are rewarded for playing the deck well. It's not a give anyone blue-purple and they will win the game. It is give someone good with a deck blue-purple and they have a really good chance at winning the game. Just because it does the fundamentals very well. However, it does have some pretty stupid cards in that, you know, reward them just for... You get rewarded for just playing them on curve, like Corsica Base. Corsica Base is something I think should see a limit to 2. Or I can see them limiting it to 2 if they do want to make any hits. Because again, a very good swinging tempo. Just for nothing. And now we're off with a good old, you know, draw resource pass. Draw resource. Ooh, overflowing is not the double pass. So now it is on a white deck of some sort. Oh. Yeah, I think the big thing I want to see... Oh, pitching a white base, so Nova on white-blue. Danny with the pass. God, trying to get my opinions out on the potential ban list while commenting the game is surprisingly difficult if I'm trying to keep up with everything. But as all the overflow comes out, okay, we're just deciding on cards. Anyway, what I think should happen for the game is the idea of a pair ban of all the 2-1-2-2 vanillas that are just the same card. Not banning any of them, just saying you can't play more than one version in the same deck. So you can run 4 GMs, but then you couldn't run also run 4 Grace Customs in purple. You couldn't run 4 Hyzacs in any other deck. So basically means you get to pick your, the traded vanilla. There's 2-1-2-2 traded vanilla, and then that's your, low end vanilla. Because I think that as the cards themselves, I think are really good as a generic thing. I think decks should have that option available to them. However, I just think with the way the game flows, and probably it's one of those where I don't think Bandai saw people putting in all the 1-drops the way that this happened. Being able to flood a deck with all the low-cost units with a little bit of, with like just the utility of another deck, could take a design space they had, such as all the purple Tekkadan stuff, I think was designed to be, a bit more mid-range. You drop all your Tekkadan units and then you Lupus, and you use your Lupus to kind of blow up the board, and they go, oh sick, this is really cool, this is a really nice mid-range strategy around Tekkadan. But then they just throw in all the gyms, and all of a sudden you have an aggro strategy. And also, and it just kind of takes over because you're running like 10 of the same card. However, if you pair ban, it pushes things like that into a more mid-range strategy because, you don't have the same access to super low-cost units all the time. So you'd be running your Gusion Rebakes more often. You'd be going, okay, I'm going to run, make sure I focus more on my Rezells, on my Hyakurans. You go, what other things? You'd be like, okay, I've not been playing Lupus because it's a brick and an aggro strategy, but it can be really good for my endgame. As we see, Danny is committing the cardinal sin that he does not like, which is playing purple. Though knowing Danny, I believe he's playing a more control-oriented strategy on this deck. But anyway, the pair ban. You get rid of the 2/2 spam. And it doesn't. I don't think it kills aggro decks either, because things like 1 Year War also have, they have the lower 1-cost units with the Zaku 1, and they also have the starter deck Zaku 2, which says, yeah, I'm also like a level 2 1-drop that can break a base. So they're not being fundamentally punished because they have other low-cost options. It just stops, the omega utility and flooding that we're seeing with decks. So you see decks running actual different flavors of cards rather than 10 copies of a functionally the same thing. And I do think if this happens, there would be a second hit to something else or to another deck. Because I think something like because something like Wing, I think would just become a little too dominant in that fashion. Because again, because there's less aggro to be able to outspeed the Wing Zero, it'll once again rise up. So you need to do something again that hits Wing a little bit. So you're gonna be pair ban the gyms, limit Corsica to 2, and limit Wing Zero, and then all of a sudden it's oh okay. I think that will fix a lot of the meta. We'll see a lot of diversity and a lot of decks doing well. The thing is, I was watching the video from Krishi about Ibo Academy earlier, and he was of the opinion that while the meta is pretty heavily dominant at the very top end dominated at the top end by a blue purple right now, it's not because the deck is broken. It is because if you know what you're doing, the deck is consistent enough, and good players are rewarded through consistency are rewarded. Oh, as Danny's trying to swing through his shield and does get hit with the unforeseen. I do think if Danny doesn't have any more ping in hand, I do think that he's probably going to make the trade. Actually, yep, there it is. I think he's going to get rid of the Masala because, with the repair, if you're running Masala, you're running Theo, and that means you are going to be a bit of a rough spot. But biggest issue for a Nova here is he could link Akira to be able to like survive and swing into something. However, you're still going to take a damage from it, and you'll still be open to being pinged because you need to bounce a pinger from it. Again, this is another one of the reasons that a blue purple is really good, is because a lot of their cards just have the pinging utility on them. If you're playing a bounce strategy, they do just come back down and ping again and outputting more damage. Again, not saying it's a bad deck, and I'm not saying it's not a strong deck. It's just a strong deck that benefits players that know what they're doing. In comparison. Oof, there's a Gundam Amuro. Gundam Amuro takes out the rebake. This will take the 1 damage. This does put the Ale Strike in a ping range. Burns the EX for the show resolve. Honestly, Nova is looking like he's in a... If Danny can't find the ping, then I think Nova is going to be in a pretty solid position right now. What would he need? I can imagine if he has 2 pings to knock down the Gundam 1, swing the Archer into it, and then ping out the yep, there it is. He's just going to ping the Archer twice. Yep, there you go. And again, when I am saying that like a blue-purple deck benefits if you know what you're doing, and knowing when to play things, because it's very easy to just straight out just try and play everything, especially trying to go quickly. But again, Danny doesn't like playing aggro, so I think he's definitely built a much more control-oriented deck. And so he'll hold on to a lot of his pings until they have a use. And like there, you see, he's got enough out that he just says, okay, I'm going to ping, swing, done. And he's rewarded for playing well. Not rewarded for just playing the deck. He knows what he's doing, so he gets rewarded for it. And now we're just setting up more blockers. But I think this is a bit of a rough matchup for Danny, though. Because playing a lighter control deck against a heavier control deck is a little rough. Oh, that's always a good see. That's always good to see, though. Takes out the Ale Strike. And now just can get that free swing at shields. Oof, but Kira. Oof, Kira. Oh, and there's Corsica. Just getting tokens down. Very, very good. If they just banned Corsica, I think the game would be good. I think that would be a solid ban. Well, restriction. Like, if you put it to 2 so you can still use it. Because it's not a card you can restrict to 1, otherwise, you know, the second half, otherwise you just basically half the text on the card. Oof. That token immediately bounced out, though. Biggest issue is if he cannot deal with the paired adapt this turn, the 4 health is just going to bite him in the backside. I also just realised I forgot to get my YouTube chat open. Luckily, it's just Satodomo saying crazy how Torgu's best in set, when unfortunately, it's just not best in set right now. It's nowhere near. I'm sorry to break your heart like this, Satodomo, but it's just not best in set. Trust me, I played a lot of it in GDO too. I played the Epi and Tolkis deck. It was really fun. I really like the deck. But unfortunately, it's just not best in set right now. Hello, YouTube chat. remember to actually get my YouTube chat up so I can see what people are saying. Like I said, I am professional streamer guy. Two more blockers from Nova. So, how's the ways of dealing with stuff? Oh. We're seeing 3 and 4. Interesting. What is Danny planning? It's a Gundam. I don't think it's a Link though. Accidentally revealing a what's gonna happen to that Rick Diaz? And again, I don't think Danny has enough in trash. Yeah, Danny just passing it over. Man, this is one of the play patterns Danny subscribes to a lot. Very much does not swing anything unless he knows he's going to get a good trade for it. So like he knows if he swings the the paired adapt that yeah he's gonna take out a unit because he'll block because Nova blocks and take a shield, but he knows that's gonna be the Rick Diaz, which isn't the unit he wants to take with it. Because that would be a lesser unit to get than something like the Ale Strike. So again, waiting until he has the board to say, okay, I'm going to be able to get everything I want with this swing. And there's the Kira. Bounce out the Gundam. No, we're contemplating another resource. What's this last card going to be? There's a Gundam. We're going to see an Amuro. There is the Amuro. Yeah, that is going to be swinging and taking that. Also, probably the Gundam swinging and taking out the Corsica base as well. Yep, knows he can't get through that. More blockers. Ooh, striker pack for more blocks. And Nova is dangerously close to being fully set up. And again, I know Nova's seen a couple seen a show of Resolve, at least one. So not going to be completely out of hand. Danny with the white base. Yep, just counts in the trash. Blocking there, just getting rid of it. Danny realizing if he doesn't swing at all, then is going to be in a rough spot. And we're going to see a Link here. And out pays 2. Gets out the we'll get some white base value. Pays 2 for an adapt. Gets rid of the blocker. And then just passes. Yeah, Danny doing really well, just handling the board state right now. There's the Theo, there's the Paptimus. Giving the repair to the Ale Strike. Yeah, this is just going to be a full board clear. From a... Was that resting the... yep, then the Ale Strike can then just take that out now. Give it the -2. Take nothing, it's just going to repair back up. Theo is going to take out this. And yeah, this probably means that Danny is going to be able to get like one more thing from the white base. However, you know, just... Nova's basically set up at this point. This is a situation that's really hard to come from. This is what the Theo is very good at. Is if you don't deal with it, it sticks around. Yeah, picking the Ale Strike, just gonna use as seeing as that's, you know, the unit with no repair. Just trying to get it as low as possible. Also, the remake's a really good thing to have out because currently nothing can rest it. Because the Gundam is too low level to arrest the rebake. So most likely, Danny would let a bunch of these swings through, and then just try and hit on the clapback. Unless a bigger link that does rest it comes through here with a Theo. Oh no! Oh, the double Theo. With another draw as well. Yeah, just now. This is not good for Danny. This Theo comes through, rests that, gets to just clear the board. Yeah, I don't think there's anything Danny can do now. I don't think the blue-purple deck is equipped for this board state. Adding more blockers. Like, I'm sorry, Danny, but I think this might be a little Jova right now. Does have Luck of Determination to get rid of that blocker. What can Danny do here? Just white base, make a token? What can Danny even do here? There's Nova is just going to get so much value from all of these units. Yeah, pays 2, gets his Gundam token. Pays 4 for an NT1. It does have the Amaro. Honestly, probably going to take out that. Definitely going to take out that other one, the second Theo. They just want that extra 1 ping able to act as that. So now the Theos don't work off each other. That's super key. So Danny really Danny really is just in the pit still. Oh, but it doesn't because the unforeseen. The unforeseen keeps it alive. Although I do need to jump in and say, by the way, that Theo should be on 4 damage, not 3. Because it also took the ping from NT1. And there we go. And there's my judging responsibilities done. Yeah, there's the lupus. Yeah, Danny is just in a lock right now. Nothing he can do can really take out anything. To Elifrith. And then a pile just saying, you cannot ammo me. Pings the ale. And then passes turn and shoots the blocker. Alas, Danny, it is so Jova. Where I believe this will be the last turn. Because again, Nova just swings one of the Theos, rests the blocker, and the rest is history. Swings there. Yeah, rest the blocker, no base, and yeah, there's game. GG to Nova though. Closing out round 1. Once Theo gets set up, it's honestly one of the best control decks out there. At least I think. I don't think anything really compares to it. Just because of the raw board management, is it demands you to link after link after link, but because it's also running blockers, if you can't make it through the blockers, then you still can't win the game. Because I go, okay, yeah, I'll sacrifice this blocker to your link, and then I'm just going to kill your link unit right the turn after with my 7 health guy, repair all the way up, and go, oh, you have more blockers? Oh no. The biggest issue it has in terms of, you know, getting like consistent results is you need to get there. But once you get there, it's so good. It is so good. Oh. I think there's only 2 more rounds to go. Oh no, there's only 1 more round. We have a Anagar and Zonda still going, although I think they've just finished. So we should be seeing their matches reported soon. And then we can move on to round 2. And there's Nova, just waiting for so it looks like it has just gone through as well. Yep, there we are. All the games are done. I'm going to go to my fancy dancy dashboard and say, End round. And go, okay. And then say, pair the next round. And next up on stream, we have G Shadow and Estesia. Is I'm going to make sure all the gameplay is flipped the correct way around. And then I can say... I totally know where my scenes are. There we go. Oh. God, I will say I do kind of miss the control mets from the beta days. Yeah, because they were like really fun matches. Although again, I am enjoying the current meta a lot. I really like the back and forth with blue purple. And again, I like that it's a deck that rewards good play rather than just playing the deck. So yeah, aggro-wise, it's possible to just sack the opponent, as some people say. You know, you just kind of where, you know, you see just like everything. So I'm gonna see all my tutus. I see Gundam Amuro. I'm gonna burn through your all of your security, not your security, your shields, because you know, I just have it. You know, but at the same time, in a mirror match, your opponent also has a bunch of low-level stuff, so will have tools to deal with things. So it's not just you know, oh, I lose on the spot. You'll have harder matches if your opponent hits really well and you hit less well. But I've had games where my opponents hit, like, you know, link after link. I've, like, not seen that many links. But I've still been able to go, okay, I know how to play on the defensive with this deck. I can will their resources down, and now I'm the one that's, you know, winning with all the momentum. And it's on them to stop me. It's one of those. It's for an aggro deck. That seems pretty unga bunga. It's a surprisingly skill intensive and like skill expressive matchup. As you know, you kind of look through all the players. Yeah, speaking of aggro, Estesia, I'd probably say it's like Sunam's biggest aggro defender, as they roll dice for first and second. Estesia, I think, gets the win there. Are they going to take first or second? Getting the base. Taking first. Which, if you're playing aggro, first is the correct choice to play. And that's also mathematically the correct option as well. As long as, you know, you're playing your strategy. Like, the fact that you have an EX going second is really good. But going first, giving you the draw lead, and if you're playing aggro especially, it's very easy to force your opponent to burn the EX to kind of slow you down. And when they do that, all of a sudden you have both the draw lead and then the level lead. So yeah, if you're playing aggro, go first, unless you're against me. In which case, maybe don't do that. I want to win. Oh, yeah. Though while we are in the early turns, how's everyone? I hope everyone's been good. Anyone been any fun gunplay? Anyone won any of their new types? I want to hear some good news from the community. Oh, but Estesia not seeing anything turns... Like on turns 1 and 2. Very rare. Yeah, this is a very rare, like, slow hand from Estesia. Now, is this G-Shadow on Zaft? But I've only just registered the dual Gundam. Oof, improved technique takes out the resellers too. And again, for improved technique, really important to be able to fill your trash. Oh, it actually is on the blue-purple. So, it's going to be really, really important to deal with the first forms, because the first forms are what make the deck. Just because that's where the consistency comes from, because, you know, you get draws. Yep, gets rid of one of them. Gets an early swing at shields. Phase 2 for Rick, for the Rick. And yeah, I get a feeling that Estesia's going to get a draw off here. Which is what the deck wants to do. The fact that G-Shadow is able to get rid of one of them is really, really important. But if you can't get rid of both of them, then you're going to be in for a little bit of a rough time. Draws, you just have to block this. You do not give first forms a chance to survive. If you let a first form swing through and you don't have a way to kill it, because you don't have a better way to get rid of it on the following turn, then you have made a mistake. You never let the first form live longer than it needs to. Anyway, Estesia does decide to start going wide. Although G-Shadow is getting into some pretty dangerous levels here. Sees the overflowing, is able to start working with it. Pitch is a level 6 base. Again, really important. Really, that's honestly a really good pitch because, you know, you see the Providence link. What's going to happen? Ooh, Armor to hand is rough. Yep, it's just saying, okay, it's just saying, use your Amaro, I dare you. But honestly, though, not the worst, because again, if the section doesn't have the Gundam, if you can't link it, then, you know, that does harm the power, because the Gundam Amaro link's so good just on a tempo basis. But, like, if they've gone, okay, I can't swing this, because, you know, I need to deal with it. You go, okay, or I can swing, like, my 2-2 through, you know, just, like, pawn Amaro, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, now this Amaro is weaker. This just feel like the Amaro coming down. Yeah, puts it on the adapt. Rest the Lifrith. Yeah, and just decide to start dealing with the board a little bit. Is the Grace Custom going to swing at all? Yeah, because the Grace Custom could either swing shields or go for the kill on the dual Gundam. Yeah, oh, with the Corsica base though. Just, you know, getting that free value out. Yeah, and just decide to just trade it. Oh, if the Providence could be big here. Picks up a lot of resources. This feels like Providence. Oh no, Justice. Guess the blocker just has to pass along, it seems. Slowing down a little bit. Yeah, though with Estesia's slower start, it means that blue-purple still has, you know, a really healthy hand. So, G-Shadow does have to be careful. There's Gundam. Was there another Amuro in hand? This looks like it is. That is indeed another Amuro. Oh, and there's an Adapt as well. Oh, an Amika double link. Oh, this has been a huge turn. And honestly, on Estesia's side, I would have just swung at the shields with everything. Because at this point, with how much stuff you have on the board, the onus is on G-Shadow to just deal with your board. And yeah, at that stage, you take the burst. Oh, this is going to be really rough now. I think the only thing that saves you here is Providence Link. You Providence Link into the Gundam. Oh. Yeah, you need to Providence Link, swing into the Gundam, like play out the 6 HP Zaft base that gives you the +3. That gets you enough to swing into Gundam, ping away the Adapt. And then because you have a 6 health base, there wouldn't be anything on. They have to take both swings to get through. Yeah, it just makes 2 blockers. Yeah, the double linker played really well. But again, G-Shadow just not seeing the pilots, it seems, and not seeing the bigger units that he wants to see. And again, like I said before, it might look like the blue-purple was struggling as all of a sudden it's like, oh, hang on a second. Oh, no. Yeah, it just shows the hand is just going, yeah, I just couldn't get there. Like, the Providence was there, but there was too much to deal with it. And again, I think just seeing that many Amuros in hand is always going to be killer. Amuro is a very good card. Yeah, looking for the rouse, looking for the kill spells. But that's card games, though. Sometimes you just don't see the cards you need. And that's the biggest issue. You know, Gundam is a pretty inconsistent game currently. I think that's like the biggest downfall, like the biggest issue I think most people would have with the game is the consistency pieces aren't there. And because it's not like a leader game, you don't have like that core strategy to go around with everything you get. But I think with time, we'll see more things that are like, oh hey, make stuff. Like we're seeing like units that have deploy, get a thing. However, it's on things like the GDO4 aerial rebuild, which is level 7. But like I think as soon as we start seeing like units that have a that have the surge capabilities as well as just the commands we're seeing, then I think we'll start seeing, you know, a little bit more consistency. I think some decks will start doing a lot stronger because of that. But I think currently Bandai just like in a weird catch-22 where they don't want to make. I can tell they don't want to make the searches super generic. Because a lot of the really cheap ones, the level 1 cost ones, are find a clan card, find a CB card, which, you know, very, very archetype specific. There isn't any, hey, yeah, just find a green card, find a blue card, find a red card, for example. Like, I think they want to keep their very specific stuff down to, like, the archetype, like the archetypal AO decks. Just because I think if things are a little too generic, they are just going to be, you know, we're going to be in, like, permanent just good card decks where you just play the best individual cards that aren't based around strategy, and it just becomes a beatdown. Not a particularly interesting one. It's just, oh yeah, my card has a better effects than yours, so I win. No, my card enables a good strategy. But I think it's something that can get fixed pretty easily in time. I will start seeing, like, more concrete strategies forming. You know, like, that aren't just aggro, that aren't just super control, that aren't just, I'm going to wait until level 8 and play Wing 0. But yeah, with time, I think we'll see it, and I'm really looking forward to where the game goes. Set 4, I'm really excited for, because again, I like my G-Witch. We're getting G-Witch support. I get another select to put in a deck. I've been playing with it, and because you have now that second selector, like, the deck's consistency just goes up by a pretty good margin. Like, don't get me wrong, the deck is nowhere near, like, tier 1. It is not a competitive deck, but it's a deck that can actually win games now. Oh. God, I am so tired today. I'm not gonna lie. I have started going to the gym and I am incredibly unfit. Not in a I'm a big guy type of way, but I just lack stamina. I'm not that strong. It's like, now that I've started doing exercise, my body is just going, what are you doing? I thought you were an inside person, and now you're making me do this? Oh. Yeah, 2 pretty good games so far, I would say. Blue-purple showing that if you know what you're doing, you can make it out of basically any situation. Unless you're the situation I was in yesterday, where my hand is all Fatal Strikes and all Pilots against a deck that doesn't play low-level units, and I don't have any units to put my Pilots on. Yeah, even the great blue-purple does brick sometimes. However, I am hoping that that brick is going to be it, because I have regionals in a couple of weeks, and I'm hoping I don't have that luck there. Oh. Where are we at with the pairings wise? Still only 2 games finished down. I really should have No, let's do it. Let's do a mid-tournament interview. Hello, Estesia. How are you feeling after your round 2 victory? Yeah, that's the curse with blue-white. I like the deck personally. It feels like if you can play it well, it can bail you out. Because that's what you got to do, though. I don't know, that's card games. You got to try and like. I think like the old bait and switch is entirely a thing. Or like, let's say the old bamboozle. Boo-hoo. Yeah, that hurts. Say, I had the opposite issue with my new type yesterday, round 1. It was 6 pilots in hand, 3 fatal strikes against blue-red big things. Yeah, I think my deck's at 3. I don't know. Fatal strike does mean, oh, you have an early blocker. No.
The fatal strike and wished it was literally anything else. I'm unsure what to play next week in Düsseldorf at the regional. I'm definitely going to play blue purple.
It depends if.
But I haven't set it on my list yet.
I wonder if the ban list will like be a thing though by then.
I'm pretty sure they said it will be a thing at the beginning of April, so next week.
It's implemented April 1st, which is extremely funny.
Yeah, it's such a funny time. Introduce. April Fools, nothing is banned.
If this is the most elaborate April Fool's joke, congrats to them. Congrats.
Honestly, deserved. But it would be very funny if, like, April 1st they went.
Also, can't even blame them. They are announcing that they will be doing an April Fool's joke, and we are all falling for it. So
I can also hello to Dr. James World, PhD, as well in the YouTube channel.
Hello.
Oh my, we are.
Hello.
You are live on stream.
You can tell who is the American in this group.
You can.
Yeah,
It's-
I'm cursing.
Oi, no cursing. This is PG-13. I only allow 1 curse per stream.
I did. I said piss.
Until you say it again.
Yeah, so what G Shadow said is actually the word piss.
YouTube.
Just so that we can avoid it in the future.
YouTube, may the YouTube algorithm not send me to the Shadow Realm.
Okay.
Also, yes, it is 7 p.m. UK time. It is if you want an algorithm to be nice.
I didn't quite tell you what was that.
It is definitely one of the lightest a person can say.
Indeed.
Unfortunately, it still is.
That depends on your watch printing.
Yeah, no.
To ensure that I'm not
is
saying.
like the most realistic thing they can do. Like, I mean,
I think Corsica to 0 and Adept to at least 2, if not 0
No,
as well.
they'll put Corsica to 2. I don't think they'll ban Corsica.
They might not ban it. I mean, Corsica 2 is still fine. I mean, I'm not gonna
I'll take Corsica too. That's
see
fine.
it. It's like,
I'd still play it. So
Yeah, well, it'd still be very good. But just you wouldn't be seeing it as often.
Yeah, it won't be like.
But you're
think
at
my
least like
internet
half
is
as
dying.
often, you know.
It'd be like the malicious thing where like, okay, we'll keep this card at 2 and we'll not put it anything higher, basically.
Yeah, because the big difference is I am at like my locals and new types. You've just gone. Oh, I've seen like 3 I've like played a Corsica early, and I have 2 more Corsicas in hand. My opponent has to deal with my board, otherwise they lose because they can't link enough. Okay, I'm gonna go Corsica, flood my board with my hand size, staying healthy.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's like the crazy thing about Corsica. That like, you know, on other bases, you are really annoyed if you brick on them. Corsica, it's like it's not
I'm cool with
ideal,
this.
but you're good.
But it
It's
is
still a lot of
ideal. I mean,
units.
you would want 4 Corsica every game, no? Is that good?
Yeah.
It
It depends. Against blue purple, the multiple Corsicas are very annoying because they are very prime for the Leo tokens just die immediately to being sneezed at by anything.
I guess.
Not only that, but the Corsica, but the Leos are basically just become pseudo pings in certain.
I mean, yeah, they just eat the pings from things that would otherwise have eaten a ping, you know. That's fine.
Like it's so night and day how powerful Corsica is compared to like I don't know Reinforced Junior. To be fair, that's like
At least it's 1 cost, you know.
No, honestly, I would say the better comparison would be a white base because they're both unit token generating things.
But with white
I
base,
think Falmel is the better comparison. Why is
Oh,
Forest?
yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Why are you arrested?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Falmel comes as the Falmel. I forgot about that too. It's like pseudo.
Oh, it's I've just not seen it.
Very forgettable. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I have not seen that card in a while.
It's a great sealed card. It's an awesome sealed card.
Actually, somebody was actually using Falmel in their deck against me in the locals yesterday. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Anyway, gun tank.
Yeah, basically.
I think gun tank might also be a prime target to like just go away.
Just like limit. I don't think. See, the thing is, from my past experience with Digimon and Bandai, I don't think they would ban any cards just yet. Because I don't think any cards are too toxic on their own.
No, they don't. Yeah, they don't need. Yeah, it's a combination of cards. And thus we go pair Benjamin, and the game is literally saved. Right?
Oh, pair ban the 2/1/2/2s. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah, limiting the 2.
But that is literally the easiest solution, and it would solve the problem instantly. Purple would be killed immediately.
No,
Like limiting
Blurple would not be killed. Like that's the thing.
Like it is the hit that would change the list the most. I think. That's what
It would. What the thing is, it would change most because basically every deck would be like, oh, I need to change 4 to 6 cards.
Like it would definitely shift the whole, the dynamic of the format.
Then you just make Xeon like the only like true aggro deck because it has a guy that can crack a base.
And like they literally mentioned they are basing this on like effectiveness and like representation of the cards, and like what card is more represented than a 2/2? The answer is absolutely the now card. It is 8 plus of them in every single deck. So like if they are not noticing that, then I don't know.
Hello.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Okay, my internet is back apparently.
hello.
Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Glad
Thank you, Marcel Davis. No, nothing.
it happened outside of the game. My internet just apparently completely killing itself.
Any Gunpla? I have a lot of Gunpla. I've been actually just asked questions in chat. Any Gunpla? I've been a super focused on trying to check the tournament page. I forgot to say I have a lot of Gunpla.
I don't know if I told you this story before, but I bought some Gunpla while I was on vacation, including the Hookabine, since I'm currently playing Super Robot Wars 30. And then my friend pointed out to me that it's not the Hookabine from Super Robot Wars 30. It's the Hookabine from Super Robot Wars Alpha, so now I need to play more Super Robot Wars, apparently.
I'm close.
I
Excellent.
don't think Alpha's in English, by the way. I'm playing Alpha Gaiden, which is a fan translation, but I don't think Alpha's in English.
I mean, I will find a way to play them one way or the other.
I mean, there's a script if you want to know. I have that on a second monitor.
The current Gunpla I'm working on is I just need to finish like the shoulder and backpack of the MGS Aerial.
I'm
So-
currently working on a Zagok. So far, I got
Zgok,
the
the
leg.
leg.
One
Dude,
day there will be more of this.
dude, that looks like Charles. It's red.
Uh,
It could be Athens. It could be Athens.
it is the real grade MSM 070 007S Zagok Principality of Zeon Shah Asnabel use mobile.
Also,
Super
when
Variants
does Atherin get a Zgok, or is this a?
In Freedom.
Okay, I have only seen base seed. Thanks for the spoiler, by the way.
Why is there Zagok in Freedom?
Because I mean, there's a Zaku in Destiny, so there's a goof in Destiny. Like, they're just copying Zeon.
Oh yeah.
I think it's supposed to be like it was like a celebration for some sort of anniversary, so they put the Zeon suit, some of the R79 suits in there.
Yeah, just waiting on 2 more games now. I'm gonna go check in on them. I see control mirrors. On one table we have Wing Zero versus the O, which has now just ended. And on another we have Zaft versus someone whose camera is the wrong way. It looks like white red, so also maybe Zaft. Might be a Zaft mirror match, in which case that'd be pretty base. However, it looks like they are towards the end. Yeah, just waiting on those 2 games to finish, and then I'll be able to pair up round 3. Round 3 being a potential final game. After this round, there will be 3 undefeateds. Yeah, there's 1 game finished. I think that's both of them done now. Just need them to report their game. Which it is now done, so I can go dashboard, all the things that were actually finished, end round. Okay, and pair the next round, the potential final round. And who do we have? We have Nova 2 versus Anogar. Nova. Ooh. Let's just wait for them to enter. The correct tables, and then everyone is happy. For a potential final round. We're not guaranteed final round, but the potential final round. On table 2, we do have Estesia versus Zonda, who is undefeated. If Zonda ends up winning, then this will be the last round. As Anagar is loading in, waiting for their webcam to load properly for me. Because currently, can't see anything. I think they've realised something happened, so they're turning it off and on again. I love how that's a strategy that for some reason works. Now waiting for the webcam again. Well, they must have gone for a hard reset then. Ooh, this inside is kicking in. Gosh dang. And the webcam works. There we go, the webcam works. And you know what? They have a very, very base playmat. Well, as a G-Witch fan myself, I also have this playmat, and it is very nice. And luckily, I was able to get it for myself. If it's RP, I didn't have to pay scalper prices. I was so happy. However, I do need to get a hold of the more of the resources for my G-Witch deck, because like I decided, oh, I know what, for set 4 we're getting more G-Witch support. I'm gonna full alt this because I want to build a deck around G-Witch. It's my favorite series, and I have an EX resource, so I can start the game with it and then turn around and go, oh yeah, by the way, the G-Witch deck is based around the EX resource, and I'm going, oh no. So I need to find myself just like 4 more of these things. Oh, come on, give us the like the assemble sets that have that come with like EX resources. If we get a G-Witch based like a G-Witch cards for those, then I would be incredibly happy. Because that means I get to get more G-Witch EX resources, and I wouldn't have to spend, you know, like 250 quid per resource. And here we go. We know one of them is playing a VO. Oh. Ow. Just got our 50-50 cuts. Now I may need to ask Nova to move his camera off to the side a little bit. It seems it's a little offset. Anagar just keeping it. I also will be able to see everything. Oh, I get a feeling that Nova has the stream on the side. And he has the stream on the side, or Anagar said something. However, him having the stream on the side is just very funny. Also means I need to watch what I say, because I say what I think needs to happen out loud. Okay, let's try this. I say Nova 2 really needs to flip his resource deck the other way up, because currently he's breaking the rules. If like in like 10-15 seconds we see him flip the resource deck, then I'll know he's peeping stream. Ooh, I gotta rep Anagar now. I really gotta rep Anagar. The G-Witch resources, the EX resource. Oh damn, I really been forced to pick a favorite here. Overflowing comes down. Again, it is the really, really nice Lifrith as well from the Cardfest binders. Oh, you've ruined it. There's a Zaku. I thought you were playing just G-Witch stuff. I know you're playing Lifrith, which are G-Witch, but why is the Zaku there? What happened to the theme? I know the EX base is in G-Witch theme, but like everything else. Ooh, but fucking, excuse my language, Gundam Amuro, I have been spurned with that too much. Oh, sorry, I'm just so mad from seeing the Zaku break the G-Witch consistency. Yeah, Gundam Amuro are very, very strong, especially against a board like this. What's going to be the response? It's just blockers, I guess. Gets the 4-2. But what is Anogar playing? Because we've only seen white so far. Oh, his white base comes out. If he's able to just start generating tokens, then he'll probably be in a pretty good spot. Lets the EX get taken. Like, the Zoro can't really do much right now. Phase 2 gets his a 1/1 token. But what's it going to be? What is the follow-up? Ale Strike. We see the Kira. We do. Get rid of the Zowar, take out the Gundam, and just be like, aight, there we go. Ooh, but the unforeseen. The unforeseen means, you know, needs to give him something else. But again, it's a card out of hand, so it's not too bad, especially if we could just say, okay. And gets rid of the 2/4. Oh, that's a really, really good link to see. Though I'm thinking, if you didn't already have that in hand, I'm thinking it's probably Wing, because taking a, like... Because, like, leaving the gun mount like that and not doing anything against it makes me think Wing. Because, like, again, burning the EX resource is super bad in a Wing matchup. And if you're playing Wing. Because, again, if like it's a level, like it's an extra turn to get to your, okay, I've stabilized now. However, Nova again hadn't really done much with that advantage that he'd gotten. Which is like, it's one of like it's the biggest issue with white base is when it's up and running, it's really good. Yeah, just chipping some damage down, saying, okay, I'm going to make a 3-3 now. You make a 3-3 first. If you don't make a 3-3 first, you're making a mistake. 1-2. Yep, makes a 3-3, and now you can go through. This is what you want white base to be, and you want white base to stick around for as long as possible, or just give you units that you can like force your opponents to deal with. Masala comes down, so we have the big blocker to save the base from something. But if Anagai is just wanting to keep, some big dudes, and he might not even try and swing. Oh, it's not. It's also Theo. Gives repair to the blocker. That's a really good link, because now Masala can't get over it. Well, the other Masala cannot block it, and just passes there and gets like the free repair. That is very, very good. And it looks like we are indeed going to be having one more round, as I confirm that Estesia has won against Zonda. Another white base. Oh, he needs to force some moves here, my dude. The biggest issue is they don't have anything. They need like a Theo to be able to break through and to like even think about breaking through anything. And even then, there's so many blockers that are just gonna say, no, you're not gonna get rid of the big thing. Just no. Anagar just is very, very close to being set up. Like, we had this happen in game 1 where with Nova 2 against Danny, where Nova was just able to get themselves set up, and all of a sudden there was no such thing as board control for Danny. But it's what Theo does. They get set up and they say, okay, I am ready to just stop you from doing everything. Oh. God, I will say these control moves are really hard to commentate, because so much of this matchup is trying to figure out the best thing to do. The tools we have available. And because I cannot see the hands, I don't know what they're thinking about, what their future turns are. I can only go, here's what I would hope to see. Unfortunately, you can't live off hope. We just see also we see a Gundam and token generated. This is not looking good for Nova right now. There's Ale striking. We're going to see another Aero link. Oh, that is rough. That gets rid of one of the tokens. Yeah, and just says, okay, I'm going to destroy your base. Unfortunately, even if you block here, it doesn't kill. It just has to let it through. Oh no, I think Nova really just needs to get their repairs out. Needs to see something, like, needs to see, like, the Theos coming out. Because that would help stabilize so much. Let me see, 1, 2. Oh, it's a base. Gets rid of the 4-2 blocker. So there's one blocker down and not coming back. That's a start. But again, it's still just staring down a monster of a board. 2 Ale Kiras. But Angor is just showing so much restraint though as well. Which is honestly one of the best skills you can have as a control player, is knowing when to attack, when not to attack. Because the thing is, Angor knows... Oh, Anagar knows that that nothing that Nova 2 has can, you know, block the Masala and survive. It would just be throwing itself to the wolves. And then if you tried to say Nova tried to swing back into it, there's so many blockers that can deal with it. It would just be sacrificing so much. We do see a couple of smaller blockers come down. But I guess this is what it's going to come down to. If no Theo comes down, but Masala still swings, I think this is where you have to kind of take it. Like, okay, I'm going to block with Masala and use all of my other bodies to either clear the Masala, getting rid of... Oh, those are 2 really good cards to get rid of. Yeah, if the Masala swings here, you need to block it again, I think. Just because you'll have Orb swings with the Ale Strike instead. Okay, you know what? That's not that bad. Getting rid of a big body like that, very good. Especially getting rid of a token, knowing that he's playing the Ale Strikes. He has seen 2 of the links, so less likely to see another one. Like, I think you block it this time. You have a bunch of small stuff to do it, and you'll say, okay, I'm just gonna give you my stuff. I still think I would have done with the Masala so you can have more things that can take it out on the next turn. Oh, that's rough. Never mind, I guess. Mind control. Yeah, I need something super big now. That is very, very good. Anagar's just seeing so much right now. I think, yeah, that's 4 links that he's seen. He's seen 2 Masala with Sirocco and 2 Alien with Kiras. Very much on a high roll right now. But still playing it out really, really well. Just going, the deck is giving me everything I need. Not overplaying, not overextending. Because as soon as, like, the O comes down, it's going to be over. But neither player's seen it just yet. The question is, who's going to be the one to see it first? Plays one. Sends everything. Here he is. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, he doesn't have the pilot for it. Oh, I think if he just finds one pilot to be able to activate the O, next turn could be a huge swing back. Yeah, unfortunately, I think you need to give one of them like the Masala that doesn't get reduced here. Yep. Just kind of do what you can to deal with the board. This is looking like this is a super close game. I don't got like had all the setup, but if he's not, but if he hasn't seen the Theo, don't. Oh, we've seen a third one. Oh, I know God just has seen everything. Then again, we have seen him go to like at least two, maybe three overflowing, so he's able to get through so much of his deck. Again, just waiting on the Theo to come down. Yeah, that's basically where we're at. Although I feel like Anagai is in such a has just been at so much of an advantage. The biggest thing that he doesn't have that isn't going for them is because they've been linking so much. Their hand has been being depleted again very quickly. Right, and there's the pilot for Theo. If there's a second Theo that can get paired, then that would be huge. But it's just, does it exist? Because this... Yeah. Also, by the way, it's not a 7-5. It's a 7-6. Sirocco is a +2/+2. Oh, bounced out one of the blockers. Like, Masala being a 7-6 right now is what's making it super difficult for a Nova. Because otherwise, they could just swing their Masala, rest one of them, and be like, okay, I'm going to take out one of your big units now if you block this, regardless. But because there's 2 Masalas, what are you going to do? That's the big reason why a Nova's struggling. Is just know that, again, 6 health is such a magic number. Because again, they can't be ammoed either. They the only way to get one of them rested is to, you know, swing with the other Masala. No, you would rest the ale here, right? You'd rest the ale as a blocker. What was it like? Yeah, so you do that. Why do you swing now? Yeah, I think this needs to swing into the ale. You rest one of the Masalas. Yep, I think that's correct. That's correct on both sides. And then you can swing and minus the Masala AP to then try and force the other one to block, and then you just have any other pile you can swing out and clear the last one. Puts 3 into it. Is he gonna let this one through? Yep, that gets rested. Just lets it die. Okay, in that case, I think... Oh, I think that was a mistake. I think that was a mistake, honestly. Yeah, then this Theo just gets a swing... Just swing into the Gundam, minus 2 AP the Masala. And just say, okay. Yeah, really, really well cleared from a Nova there. Yeah, now just sets up board. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Then again, I don't know what's in their hand. That gets rid of one blocker, I guess. But what's the game plan here? Yeah, I feel like Anagar I feel like that's a mistake that's going to end up costing him, because now there's a Theo set up. Yeah, you just give him this and say, okay, go next. Okay, but then it just gets rested, though. It just gets rested. Nova fills up hand. Oh, they'll be able to filter as well. Gets rid of the Zowart. Oh, yeah, and gets more draw from that Paptimus. Yeah, all that needs to happen is the Masal swings, rest the blocker, and then the Theo can just like, okay, I'm going to take it out. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, well, welcome to the thing. All you need to do is beat them fast. That's all it is. You in this matchup, you just need to win fast. Don't let them get set up, and you can win. Oof. Okay, so basically, this swings at shields, rests that blocker. The Theo can take out the Masala without dying. Like, gets left at 1 health. And then the Ale could just be like, okay, now I'm going to take out this last thing. And all of a sudden, the both states have switched. Please put the damage counters on the Theo. It took a lot of them. And again, it gives repair too, right? Or am I getting that mixed up? Let me do some maths. Oh yeah, no, it would have just repaired everything. God damn. What a turn. No, I just remember this. He put the Sirocco on the Masala, gave the repair to the Theo, so it's an extra repair too. So it heals up. So he does that and he's just back at full health. Oh, and then there was just nothing after that. Oh, there's nothing left. It's fine. I also forgot about it as well until like I unmuted myself to remind them about the damage. I'm like, oh, hang on a second. Paptimus. Oh god. and there's a second Theo. Yeah, I think this might be a little bit over. Oh, yeah, that's so unlucky. Just has nothing left. Yeah, Nobu2 narrowly taking that one, as we are about to enter our final round. At least once the results have been submitted, I'm able to, you know, start the next round. Well, it's going to be Nobu2 versus Estesia. Here we go, and we have had someone that dropped. And Gallet dropped. But yeah, Estesia versus Nobu2. We have Go Fast versus Go Slow. What is this? GDO2? The final round of Sundom. Will Estesia take it home? Or will Nobu2 control everything? And take control of this week's Sundom. It's nearly time. They're shuffling up. They are getting ready. They are doing their dice rolls. Oh. Here we go, we start. The early overflowing. Is it going to be the double gym play? It is. Estesia is feeling good. In this matchup, this is the start you want. Rick Diaz. That's the block you want to see in this matchup, because that's the I can swing. If they block this, I can just have so many pings available to me to say, yeah, I can deal with this. And it's really easy to bait that as well, because you can just swing and go, oh, they have the gun tank. Or you can play it safe and say, I'm just not going to swing now. I'm going to wait until next turn when I have so much more stuff available. Or you can just say, you know what, I'm going to wait. I have Corsica now. And now it's all on Nova being able to deal with this now. Because either way, this tall geese is going to... I think everything is going to start swinging. There's the 4. Just puts up a wall. Yep, swings. Rick Diaz should block this. Yep. Two for a resell. Two for another resell. But again, with the EX burn, isn't quite at a level to put something bigger up. So again, it's just going to be this true resell swinging. Pays 1. Gets a draw. But now only has enough to play 1 blocker, so it's looking pretty rough. If they have any more, because they've already played 3 early on, unless the hand was all early blockers. These resells are going to do some damage. Gets rid of white base. Pays 3. Sure resolve. I think just trying to get their hand in a position early on. They can keep things going. But Stefsi is just going to want to keep pushing. Is that a 3-in-1 for Gundam Amuro? Yes, it is. That is really, really good. You can rest the Rick Diaz now, I would say. Yep, this can swing to take out the base. Yep, Lifrith is going to hit that. But then, if there's a gun tank... This takes out base. It's through. It all goes through. Oh, does hit a striker pack. Gundam would be useful here to get rid of the Lifrith. And does decide to block the Gundam with the that pays 1. Is that a gun tank? Ah, no, it's a Mika. Yeah, it takes out the Lifrith. And again, puts one of the Reasons out of range of the Rick Diaz. Estesio in a pretty good spot. Kusanagi does get to bounce something. Is able to get rid of a Rizal. but again, doesn't have access to the impactful links anymore. Yeah, this is Estesia really needs to push now. Because it seems that Nova doesn't quite have, you know, their big tempo cards. They don't have the AO links. However, it's not over until that fat lady's singing. And where there's a will, there's a way. It's not called blue-white stabilized for nothing, is it? Oh, puts the care on. Just says, yep, I need to get rid of the Gundam. However, again, just being at 1 health just means, oh no, I'm going to get pinged now. Phase 3. Sure was like, oof, must not have anything, and just looking for it. Yep, takes out Kusanagi. Takes out a shield. Show that ping! Yep, it's an adapt. Probably hit itself, to be honest. Yep. Oh, and has a Mika. Lifrith. Oh, that's really good to see, especially because there's no, and because the way like all the Chekadam ping effects work is they only go off if your opponent has a unit. So because he cleared it, he's able to then pair that with Mika, get a link without having to deal any more damage to his own units. So that is really, really good to see there. Question is Nova going to be able to find any way out of this? We'll need to hit him with a link. Well, blocker works, but you know, unfortunately, Amaro exists. But Estesia is low on cards, so... Actually, no, he wouldn't because he's only got 1 shield left, so he needs to hit him with a link and a blocker. Yeah, there's the link. Yeah, probably just be to take out the adapt to get rid of something bigger. Oh, this is not looking good for a no. Especially because all the links are really expensive. What are they taking out? Yep, I think they're just doing that as a, if there's a base and last, then there's a chance they can't break it. Giving another turn, maybe? However... Yeah, that's just it. GG to Estesia taking it. Indeed, the go fast strategy does just work sometimes. Let's go jump in and see how Estesia feels after winning Sundown. Say hello to stream. Congratulations, Estesia. How are you feeling?
Hello to stream. Congratulations, Estesia. How are you feeling?
Yes, that's what I said.
You told me to say that.
I didn't tell you to say that.
You said say hello to stream, etc., etc. But yeah, I was. I mean, I think I once again showed why Gundam Amuro is kind of an incredibly broke combination in any in basically any shape where it comes up.
Yeah, it is a very, very good tempo play, especially early on.
I think what this game has once again showed, actually, is the fact that Adapt must be shot with a gun.
Honestly, I can see it likely.
Adept shoots itself with a gun.
Well,
That is also
we need to
true.
shoot it harder.
That does make sense. That does make sense.
On deploy, kill itself. That's a good effect.
Okay, you know what? You know what? That would actually be hilarious.
That would be a very funny
really
defect.
I need the level 1 cost 0 1/1 card that on deploy deals 2 damage to itself.
Honestly, do you know what would be really funny as a vegan card? It's just like give them like a 2/1/2/2 on deploy, deal 2 damage to itself. If it was played from the trash, deal 2 damage to an enemy unit instead.
That would be very funny, actually. I like that. I like that idea.
See, Bandai, if you're listening,
It would be even better if they gave like a descent mechanic to vegan, where they
Descent.
want either discard or to have their things die.
How about we have a card with burst, deploy this card. On deploy, destroy this card if it was deployed from anywhere, but if it was deployed from your hand.
ooh,
So you can get it out with the burst, you can get it out with vegan shenanigans, you can get it out with... doesn't the new Impulse Gundam do a weird thing where they put stuff from your deck onto the field, or am I...
no, that only works with other Impulse.
That only works with other Impulse, I
And
see.
he doesn't put anything from your deck onto the field, he puts himself into the deck.
He puts... That's what it was.
Yeah,
right?
he
But, you
puts
know, maybe in the future.
Yeah, new Impulse puts himself bottom of deck, and then plays an Impulse Gundam in name from trash. That's level 5 or higher, I think. Oh no, it's level 4 or higher, I think. 'Cause it just can't play itself.
I play myself every day. People go, congratulations, you played yourself. I'm gonna go, hell yeah, did I win?
No,
Like, oh.
no one ever wins when playing themselves.
No, I usually lose to myself.
Yeah,
I usually play with myself.
I mean, you know,
dude, that's not appropriate.
That's how it is.
Anyway, I hope both of you had fun at today's Sundown. It is always fun.
It was fun. Nobody plays green-white at my local, so I had an experience going up against Gallet. I also denied him another Sundom sweep, which feels great. It feels amazing.
I played 3 different Wing Gundam lists at my new tab challenge today, and it's you know, I don't think the matchup is inherently bad for me, but sometimes it really just feels like there's nothing you can do.
The
First
thing,
game,
the
my
thing with that
opponent had
matchup
every
is,
blocker under the sun, and second game there was a situation where I was like, all right, I can. My opponent is on 2 cards in hand. I can build a board here. If one of those cards is Wing Gundam Zero, I can rebuild my board. Both of those cards were Wing Gundam Zero.
yeah. Honestly, I would say limit Wing Zero to 1 or 2.
I think we need to have it at least 2. I think at 1 it would be like at that point you just feel horrible when it's used against you. But if it's at 2, it means that you can usually assume that there will be 1, but that there will not be a second one.
The thing is, when you go, oh, they saw the second one, that also feels bad. Because in my head, I feel more comfortable at 1 because you can play around 1 Wing Zero.
Yes, but the Wing Zero deck also very much relies on actually having Wing Zero by turn 8.
Well, why don't we kill Wing Zero deck and let them play actual Wing, like the show Wing, with
Yeah.
Death Size? Y'all remember Death Size? We had Death Size.
I'm gonna be honest. I am more afraid by starter deck Wing Gundam than I am by Wing Gundam Zero. So I actually don't
I
want
like
them to go.
I like that
very
one
greedy.
because on Link, Wing Zero is a fat fucking 8/9, and that is a stat line that should not appear in the Gundam card game.
It is, but like, I feel like the starter deck Gundam is just so fucking overtuned with its attack active unit effects. Like compared to any other card in the deck in the game that does that, it can do
No.
it every turn. It
Listen.
doesn't need a pilot. It
The
doesn't
big
need a
nah.
wing.
See, the thing that brings that back in is it needs to hit your units, so it's taking damage. It's really, really strong.
Not if Peace Million is on the field.
No, you see, listen, you're saying it like it's the monster, but we do also have Gundam Amuro in this meta, so
No,
like
obviously that is also a big problem.
it's worse. It's worse because it doesn't feel as bad because you see it all the time. So when you're hit with it, you're not like as anguished as with Wing Z with Baby Wing, I think. But it is genuinely worse. It comes out 2 turns earlier. It heals after killing you. So if you don't respond to it immediately, you will be out traded continuously all the time. I think it's okay. I think I'm used to a green-white wing being like annoyingly strong when they hit their units. Which, once again, the gambling deck.
Yeah. I also just think Wing Zero is just not a fun card. It is I'm going to like just say everything that's happened in the game no longer matters.
I think I think it is a very overpowered card. I think it's the kind of overpoweredness we need for a game to be really fun. I kind of just wish we had more like that.
I don't. I disagree completely. I think the fact that Wing Zero released in set 1 is insane.
That is like it definitely is like a year 2 card that they accidentally printed immediately.
Yes.
I think Wing Zero in set 1 is alright. I think Wing Zero in the same set that gave us strategic arms is absolutely hysterical.
Remind me, what does that one do?
So it's a command that costs 6 and deals 2 damage to every blocker.
Delicious.
It is like in my opinion, it is the singular worst card in the entire game because while it has
Might as well be. Yeah.
like it's not that it doesn't have a theoretical use case, but even in the theoretical use case, it doesn't kill 80% of the blockers that people play.
It literally only kills the work. You're right.
And like, all the shitty units that have abilities that never come up, they can at least attack your opponent's shield area. Maybe they need a pilot to do so, but like they have some use you can find. I don't know, especially because I'm a big Gundam 79 fan. The fact that they use the solar ray system for that image really makes me sad, because I'm like, come on, that could have been like a Wrath of God and it would have been fine. But no, they
That's
were
true.
like, let's just make it deal 2 damage to everything, but only blockers, because otherwise it would be too strong.
Yes,
And then they
Wing
and then they
Zero
print
take
Wing
over.
Zero,
Very funny.
which is 3 damage to everything basically. Well, everything else.
And it's a body, and it links, and it has auto high maneuver.
And it doesn't even cost that much more. It's like
Yeah,
8 costs
exactly.
instead of
Two more dollar.
Like, it is so funny that apparently the difference between a cost 6 card and a cost 8 card is a 5/7 stat line and 1 additional damage, and we now no longer restrict the damage to blockers only.
No, you see, that's because it's in Wing and not in Xeon. The command has Xeon art on it, meaning it has to die. It has to be bad forever. Xeon does not get to have fun.
Let's not pretend that every card that has wing art on it is crazy.
Like a lot of them are.
A lot of them are playable, which granted is a lot more than I can claim about many Xeon cards, but
Most. Listen, we have what? We have Death Size, we have Baby Wing, we have Wing Zero, we have some else. Peace Million is pretty crazy, Ultron pretty good. It's if they survive until their turns, they get to bang out.
we have like 4 different heavy arms that are almost playable.
Yeah,
I think that's a lot of Wing. A lot of the other Wing cards that aren't Starter Wing or Wing Zero are almost playable. Death Scythe in another deck. Death Scythe in another deck is very playable.
Xeon, I mean, the best way I can describe Zaku 1 Sniper is almost completely unplayable.
Truth.
And then you have the GDO 1 to GDO 3 G-Witch decks.
Yeah, I mean, I know someone that got top 4 at the Soletta New Type Challenge with an G-Witch Academy Rush deck. Granted, they later went on to become the European champions, so maybe that helped.
Yeah, being good at the game. It also really depends on their local stores as well.
Yeah.
Because if their local store is, not that, is less strong, they'll be able to win with more decks. If their local store is really strong, they'll only probably be able to win with, better decks or decks, built around that.
I don't know how it's back then, but
especially back then.
The store in our area that is, I don't want to make this sound like negatively, but like that is the store that has the reputation of being like the competitive tryhard store.
Oh no, like in my area, there's like 4 or 5 of us that qualified for EU finals. So, like, I am in a hella competitive area. Nothing comes for free.
I'm on the edge of a competitive area. Like, sometimes, like, I would say the store I usually go to has built up a competitive scene over the past months, but it is definitely still a store where people go like, all right, and today I'm playing this because I just really wanted to play it, and not a store where everybody is expected to play big meta. But like, it's also a store where people are not surprised if you show up with like modern meta decks.
I wish CB was playable. That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, I would not call CB unplayable. It definitely has its flaws.
It has cards that you can play. That's true.
Like CB is definitely not like a top contender right now, but I would not be surprised if you told me that it wins the new type challenge.
I would be. That's crazy. It simply does not have the interaction to be capable of that. Like if they bring, God forbid, they bring Gundam armor against you, you fold. That's it. You're over. Like I play CB semi consistently. I specifically the purple green CB with lock-ons and Axios, all that. It's
I mean, I would imagine. Is there a different way of CB you can play?
yes, with proxies you can play the green red or purple red. They're expanding the CB verse, and it sucks because
Yeah,
we don't
okay,
have the
so-
support for this yet.